my name is Jennifer and you are welcome to my channel. So if you are an ardent follower of my channel, then it is no longer news that I got introduced into the Korean culture through watching K-dramas. Okay, so I think watching K-dramas, and I am still watching a lot of K-dramas right now, it has kind of shaped my experience with the Korean culture, and it has made me want some certain things, even if those things are slightly unrealistic and I may never get them, but then we are allowed to dream, right? So watching K-dramas has kind of given me an idea of what I may want to experience when I live in Korea. So today I'm going to be sharing with you three experiences. No, three. I don't know how to count my numbers anymore, but three experiences I want to have when I visit Korea. Okay, so let's go. So the first experience I want to have living in Korea would be, I call it the bus love experience. Does that ring a bell? Does that ring a bell? Okay, if it doesn't ring a bell, now let me paint a scene. Imagine a scene where I am in a bus and I am holding onto the handrails of the bus, and there is a guy just beside me also holding onto the handrails of the bus, because of course the bus is a little bit clustered and there are a lot of people in that bus. Now suddenly the driver of the bus, whilst going towards our destination, decides to come to a sudden halt, and then I just slip, my hand slips out of the rail, and then I'm just about to fall, but then there is this good namja that is looking at me, and he happens to, maybe he likes me or maybe he's checking me out, and then he just puts his hand just so I wouldn't fall, right? I just painted a cliche, I mean one of the many cliche scenes of Korean dramas. So that is one thing I always watch in Korean dramas, and I'm like, okay, so this looks somehow, but I think I would like to experience it for myself. So I want to experience that bus, I want to have that bus, but I call it bus love. It might not really be love or per se, but I just want to have that experience in the bus where I'm falling off because the driver has come to a halt suddenly, and then there is a hand somewhere somehow that's just holding me back from falling. So just like in the scene, of course, in The Great Seducer by Woo Do-hwan. Okay, so oh my god, I feel so shy talking about this, but no, we are allowed to dream, so I'm just going to be fine, right? So the second scene, the second experience I want to have in Korea that I have seen in K-dramas would be the what's it called again? I call it the accidental bump in experience. What does that mean? So of course in K-dramas you would always see two people that haven't met, probably the male lead and the female lead of the drama, and they have not seen each other for the first time before. Probably their first meeting is a very accidental one, probably bump into each other and there are files flying and someone is speaking, and then suddenly they try to pick the files together, and then they get up and then there's this long stare from each other like, oh, I love you, I think so. Oh god, you guys don't mind me, I love to paint. I have so many K-drama scenes painted in my head, a lot of them. The final experience I want to have, the third one, would be, I call it the Piggy Ride, the drunk Piggy Ride scene. I mean, so machinery, right? So I always see the lead actresses would go to a bar and then they get drunk, and then somehow the lead actor is rushing to them, trying to take them home, and somehow somewhere along the line they receive a piggyback ride home, because they are so wasted and drunk that they can no longer walk by themselves, and then they get a free piggyback ride home. So you know, like, that's another cliche scene in scenes in K-dramas that I always wonder, and I say, wait, hold on. Like, if you want to think about it in a realistic situation, you would want to say, what if this person's house is so far away? I mean, are you going to give the person a piggyback ride all the way home? Especially if the person is a heavy one like me. Oh, no. So I don't think about it in the realistic terms. When you see such scenes, it's better to just fantasize about it and just believe it for the time being. So I think having a piggyback ride whilst I'm drunk is something I want to experience as well. Okay, so all of these experiences may or may never happen, but I don't mind just wishing or wanting them, right? So talking about living in Korea and having good experiences in Korea, I have a message from Statistics Korea for the foreigners that are living in Korea currently. So right now, a population and housing census is going on, and it is required of every foreigner that is living in Korea to please participate. The government needs this information for them to be able to create and come up with policies that are favorable to everyone that is living in Korea. So please, it's something that you definitely want to participate in. It's something that you have to participate in. So please do let someone know. Find out from your friends and the people that you know are residing in Korea if they have participated in the census that is going on right now. It's actually going on and it's been carried out by Statistics Korea. Okay, so I'm going to be leaving a link below so you can find out how you can participate, just in case you have not you don't know how to participate. There is a link below, so please find out how you can participate. There is an online participation and there is an in-person participation. It's actually going to last from now up until the November 18th. So please do make sure to participate, and thank you so much for watching my video, of course, and I'm hoping that you participate in this population census, just so that you can be able to help the government make good decisions that will enable us that are not yet living in Korea to be able to live in Korea in the future. How about that? Alright guys, so thank you so much for watching once again. Bye.